Alright guys, welcome to the semi-finals for the Elsewhere Entertainment Soulstorm tournament. This is Le Ragpicker against Shade, and both of these players doing well in the first round. Shade dispatching Kimura's Dark Elves with his Eldar. I say Dark Elves when I mean Dark Eldar, but many people refer to the Eldar as the Space Elves. I can see why. Fair enough. Le Ragpicker playing... Santiago, having dispatched Le Ragpicker's Chaos, is now playing as Orcs. The map is Shrine of Excellion. That's going to be our starting map for the entire semi-finals. Well, I say the entire semi-finals. There are two matches. There is this one, and then there is the match between Epics and Marty. Also looking forward to that one. Now, quick look at the build orders here. This is classic Orcs versus Eldar. We're seeing Sluggers moving out with a single war banner, ready to put the pressure on the Eldar to try and stifle him, put him behind right from the get-go, because Eldar just cannot fight against Orcs straight off the bat. But looks like Shade is ready for that. He's going to be skipping his generator and going straight for Dark Reapers. And Dark Reapers, if he can hold the line and keep dancing them around and avoiding the Sluggers for long enough, he's going to have too many of them for the Sluggers to deal with. And when it's 3 squads of Dark Reapers plus supporting Guardians against just pure Sluggers, obviously the Dark Reapers are going to win every time. So this is probably what it's going to come down to. We've got Sluggers moving in from both sides. As you can see, the Dark Reapers just setting up a position in between and just staving them off for now. So Santiago is forced to wait for reinforcements. He's going to wait for that big mech to show up. And then we've got a game in our hands. So really looking forward to seeing how two good players can fare against each other. Initially, it's going to be a micro battle to see how well it goes. But I think that if Shade doesn't make any mistakes, and it is hard not to make any mistakes with Eldar when you're juggling 3 squads. And I use that word juggling as the precise word. Basically, you click on one squad, fleet of foot, move it, and then stop moving, shoot. Meanwhile, you're clicking on another squad doing the same thing. And you just need to keep your micro up, you need to keep your both eyes open and looking at the battlefield. And now we've got the big mech looking to chase down the Dark Reapers. He's running away with one squad, and then once the chaser stops, he will take off fleet of foot and start shooting again. But at the moment, Santiago is doing everything he needs to get into combat with the main culprits. He's getting into combat with the Dark Reapers. Doesn't really have to worry about the Guardians firing back at him so much at this point. Guardians in the background shooting away. Doesn't really care about that. Just needs to kill as many Dark Reapers as he can while taking control of the rest of the map as this is going. And if he can force Shade to just reinforce too much and to stick around in space and replace troops for such a long period of time, his background forces, like one squad of Sluggers, will have been able to capture the entire map, take control of it, and he'll be able to win from there. But so far, Shade doing very well to keep his troops alive. He's taking some casualties, but as you can see, he's dishing the casualties back when he gets the opportunity. And splitting up his forces is a good way to go. That means that the Orcs have to chase in all separate directions. It means that Santiago has to do some work as well, do a lot of micro here. And things are getting intense now. Shade really needs to keep those Dark Reapers alive. Running away and avoiding the Orcs to the best of his ability. As you can see in the background, those Sluggers have pretty much taken the rest of the map minus the relics, and are now taking strategic points in the Eldar's own territory. So if you can keep that up and keep the Eldar contained, it's going to be a win from him. But as you can see, LP2 is up and running, so twin star cannons launching out at those Sluggers, and that's going to be painful for Santiago in the long run. The more time he spends dancing around those LP2s, the more Sluggers he's going to have to lose, and the more delayed his tech's going to be as a result of just replacing all those Sluggers, whereas the quick Eldar can just avoid combat for a long period of time while waiting for LP2s to upgrade, while waiting for Dark Reapers to kick in. And those LP2s will help his economy in the long run as well. And it looks like the third squad of Dark Reapers is on the way, and this could be the difference. Now, look at that third squad of Dark Reapers. It's completely out of the battle, just able to spread out the Orcs even more and get some shots down. You can see Orcs losing morale, getting cut down left to right, LP2 in the background, and things are starting to look a bit more pressing for Santiago. Hasn't managed to get the job done. Shade's played very well in terms of micro. He's even got a support platform up and running, so that means that the job is definitely done in terms of the Eldar. He's managed to create a fallback point here where he can really just kill any Orcs that come nearby and just stay at arm's reach. And when you're at arm's length, that's what you don't want when you're fighting against Dark Reapers. 3 squads up and running now. Just needs to take fleet of foot off and snipe. And you can see how many casualties Santiago's just taken in the last 30 seconds there as I've been speaking. So now the ball is definitely in the other side of the court. Santiago is now going to be losing this LP that he's taken. But of course, fair enough, that's in Shade's own territory, so you wouldn't expect Santiago to hold on to that LP for too long, and bam, there it goes. So, looks like Santiago's left with only Sluggers, and as I predicted, Sluggers versus 3 squads of Dark Reapers just isn't going to cut it, and the game is now Shade's to lose. He's in control, so we'll have to see Santiago take a turn here. He's going to have to try something. He's going to have to pull something. We've got the mech heading back into the other side of territory, maybe to do some harassment. If he runs into these Dark Reapers, that's going to be bad for the Orcs, and he pulls back immediately. Shade not really realizing that he could have just chased and taken Fleet of Foot off and launched fire there. No big deal. Teleporting over here to nail this Listen Post and the Bone Singers, but the Dark Reapers aren't far away, and he's used that teleport now, so he's not going to be able to stay mobile for too long. But the Storm Boys have shown up in the background, so maybe they'll be able to make a difference. In fact, I see 2 squads of Storm Boys on the battlefield, and this could be enough for Santiago to swing it back in his favor. Possibly, possibly not. Here come the Storm Boys now. Dark Reapers getting some shots in before they close, and now going to be Fleet of Foot time and running away. So keeping them alive. Good play there by Shade. If he can get to tier 2, then it's all over for the Orcs. And I've got an LP2 up as well there, so that'll actually help. Get a couple of kills on those Storm Boys, and if he needs to, he can just run back to the support platform he's got while the Orcs are just running past the LP2 for the entire time. And Santiago knows it, so Santiago pulling out wisely with the Storm Boys. Nothing he can really do about that. His forces are spent already, and that's what it's come down to. Dark Reapers have won the day, and as they usually do. I mean, Dark Reaper's very powerful in Soulstorm. I think they probably need to be nerfed, but obviously we're not going to see any balance from Relic most likely. But really reasonably decent state of the game. I mean, Santiago probably could have done more. I'm not sure about his timing earlier on. Maybe his just general game plan for this map was not enough. Knowing that Shade was likely to come out with a win, had he gone for the strategy and just played correctly, then maybe it wasn't really the strategy for the map. Who knows? I'm not as good an Orc player as Santiago is, obviously, otherwise I'd just play in the tournament myself and win it, but we need to be running a tournament with the best players, not the worst, so, well, if you like to put it that way. Storm Boys now rushing into the Dark Reapers, who only have to pull back at the stage. Even the Guardians almost picking up a relic there, so that's quite nice that Shade's able to pick that up as well. Really just waiting for an opportunity to put in a killing blow. He's waiting for tier 2, I believe, and he can afford to. The Orcs just have to wait off a bit, wait for that tier 2 moment to come, and once the tier 2 is up, you'll see all sorts of kinds of nastiness. I'm interested to see what choice Shade makes when he gets to tier 2. What he's going to go for first. Maybe just the pure upgrades with Dark Reapers, maybe vehicles, maybe some sort of auxiliary troops, or maybe just straight to Warp Spiders. We'll have to wait and see. Neither player picking up any relics at this point. It's not really a situation where you can get the relics with just all the mobile firepower running around, and any squad that you commit to taking a point in open territory with there's no backup is obviously going to be destroyed pretty quickly. So there you have it. Dark Reapers moving around through the map. Really mobile troop choice, long range, powerful weaponry. More could you want? Probably one of the better squads in the entire game. Them and Fire Warriors, really. Fire Warriors, unfortunately, not as mobile, but they just pack way more firepower, so that's the main thing. And Storm Boys moving in now, really just getting shot to bits. And, that's the unfairness of it, really. The Storm Boys move in, they get shot at, and then the Dark Reapers run away, and there's no penalty for the Dark Reapers really getting to the line of fire here. And LP2 switching away at them. Any second now, he's just going to turn around. Right, there it is, and bam, shooting all the way around. And Mech Boy's trying to go in for a desperate attack here, just launching all the troops, getting everybody into close combat, trying to do as much damage as he can. It's not cutting it. He's getting shot from all different sides here, and this is going to really end badly for Santiago. And as you can see, the Harlequin is the first choice from Shade at tier 2, and I must say, excellent choice. I must applaud that. As you can see, the Harlequin's just going to work on these Orcs, knocking everybody down, just delaying their escape, while the Dark Reapers just haul into them. And man, that is just absolute pain there for the Orcs. So well played by Shade. He's defeated Santiago in the first round. We're going to go to game 2.